Then what we can see what to expect for this week, crypto market outlook. And of course, we can see that the crypto market is also having a breather, taking a correction after we're having the first day of the opening for the month of May. Okay, so we have been reading since last year, October till now. So finally, we got a reversal candle on the month of April. And then usually the month of May is the worst performing month for crypto. So should you sell in May and go walk away, or should you buy the dip and stay at May? That is the most important question that you need to ask yourself. How are you going to prepare? How are you going to strategize for this month? Because very, very important. This is the golden opportunity for you guys to accumulate after the Bitcoin halving. And you only have about 30 to 60 days time frame for you to accumulate the undervalued altcoins that you want to accumulate, because after that, most likely there will be a takeoff. So right now, this is the chance where you might want to buy the dip. Okay, this is the time where people are afraid of buying. That's where you want to take action and to start looking for undervalued altcoins. But here, before that, what you can see is that another uncertainty that is coming in for crypto, which is the Federal Reserve, will most likely will have the meeting whether or not to continue to maintain the rate hike or to increase the interest rate. So here we can see that the Bitcoin price will continue to have another uncertainty movement. Okay, and then most likely there could be another pullback if Jerome Powell told to be hawkish. Okay, so you have to be very, very careful here on the trading. Okay, if you are trading, okay, if you are trading on crypto, if you are longing, especially longing, then that's where you have to be very careful. So what happened right now is that the BTC price starting to have a retracement. Right, so currently, as of now, it's about somewhere around 57K. Okay, and then the FOMC meeting will be happening somewhere around 2 or 2:30 in the morning of the time. Okay, and then what are the expectations from the market? We are looking at somewhere around hawkish statement, bracing for hawkish stance from the Federal Reserve, right? With expectations set for unchanged interest rate. So most likely the interest rate will remain at 5.25 at 5% to 5.25 basis point. Okay. Right here, right, we can see that the steady rates, okay, the rates will most likely will maintain somewhere around 5.25 to 5.5, okay, basis points. So this is the one. I already expected that the Federal Reserve will not raise interest rate, but to maintain. Okay, so the rate cut will only happen after second half of this year, most likely from September. Okay, so here we can see there will be a 36% probability that there will be no interest rate cut this year. Okay, 4 months ago, like the likelihood of maintaining current rates was only about 3%. Then expectations have also shifted to just one reduction this year. So from 3 rate cut have reduced only to 1 for this year alone. And then this first rate cut will most likely happen somewhere around September, which is somewhere around the late Q4. Okay, so that's where you have to be cautious on your trading and of course your buying of shares as well, because this could also having a huge impact on the performance of the stock as well. So here, what to expect going on? Okay, following up from this, and of course the correction is coming in, we are also looking at stagnation risk. So what is stagnation risk that we are looking at? Okay, so you can see, right, with stagnation risk as inflation persists with economic growth slows. Okay, so this is a problem right now with the inflation. Okay, so now the whole scenario is stagnant. Okay, going sideways. Okay, so the first quarter of this year, right, we saw GDP growth as decelerate to 1.6%. Okay, falling short of the 2.2% forecast. So this is the consumer price index or the PCE. Okay, all right. So all in all, we can see, okay, there are a lot of market sluggish or market stagnation. Okay, and then we can see the slowdown in spot Bitcoin ETF inflows as well. So this is coming in from BlackRock, okay, Fidelity, and of course ARK Invest and other hedge funds. Okay, so you can see already that the buying pressure is getting lesser and lesser. So we can see here is that the market also observed a notable slowdown in spot Bitcoin ETF. Okay, with BlackRock iShares, right, IBIT posting new inflows for several days. Okay, all right. So later on, you can look at the historical data as well. Okay, according to the past performance, you can see how Bitcoin will perform later on. Okay, then moving on next, you can see again a big question here coming in from the Bitcoin miner after the Bitcoin halving. So will the miner feel the capitulation? Okay, will the miner gets capitulated after the halving? Because you have to understand, after the halving occurs, the Bitcoin block halving reward will cut into half, will be reduced into half. So that's where the mining difficulty gets even more harder. And that's where the price of Bitcoin will continue to rise. And that's where your cost will also increase as well. And more mining power, more mining consumption will be involved. So that's why you can see most of the miners are actually ganging up or teaming up. So that actually to have more power, resources, and to actually reduce the cost as well. So what we can see here is that there's no signs of Bitcoin miner capitulation at the moment, okay, despite plummeting revenue. But according to the historical data for all these years, all this previous cycle, we can see that the Bitcoin miner really have the capitulation period, usually after the halving. Because why? Because they do have to sell the Bitcoin. They do have to sell and upgrade. Okay, they do have to sell their Bitcoin in order for them to upgrade. In order to upgrade the device or the hardware or the mining machine. Because every halving, it gets even more difficult. Okay, so that's where they need to cash out in order to upgrade. So I think this is actually temporary for a short-term pullback. Okay, so we can see Bitcoin miners show no sign of capitulation despite their revenue falling to 14 months low following the halving event. Okay, so this is by CryptoQuant CEO Ki-Young-Ju said that following a drop in revenue to level post-halving Bitcoin, miners now face two options. Okay, so the first one is capitulation or wait for the price of Bitcoin to cover their costs. So this is the whole thing. The whole idea here of miner capitulation is the cost, because the cost is getting more expensive once Bitcoin passes its halving cycle every 4 years. So when it gets, when the halving happens, that's where the mining reward reduces into half, and then your mining difficulty increases. That's where the challenge is for miners. That's where they will get capitulated, okay, or waiting for a rise in BTC price, and then maybe they will sell. So these are the two options at the moment. Or you can see right now that the setup for BTC, according to the technical side, okay, is having a proper correction right now. Okay, this is already long overdue, and it's already happening. Okay, so target-wise, most likely somewhere around sub 50 to 55,000. Okay, that's where the expectation is for a nice pullback or crypto price dip. Okay, so that's where I think it will definitely shake a lot of weak hands, and that's where the market will have a chance to continue to rally again after many weak hands will be wiped out during this time, and many over-leveraged traders. Again, whether it's a long or short traders, that's where they will get wiped out as well. Now, here we can see, right, Bitcoin miner revenue had fallen, and then the use analyst comes as a recent crypto price dip has sparked concerns about miner capitulation. Then if you look at the miner revenue, right, soared immediately following the halving with rare Satoshi hunters and Runes protocol. So this is under the BRC20 network. Okay, so this is a new network under the Bitcoin ordinals. So they have this new protocol called Runes. Okay, now something like similar like a degen, right, like meme coins or something like some new narrative under the Bitcoin network itself. So that's where actually sparked a lot of attention coming in from the Bitcoin network itself. Okay, and then more and more that is coming in. Okay, so these are the things that you need to take note. And then of course, what we can see right now, this is very, very common after the halving. Okay, so miner capitulation risk is on the rise with profits as squeezed as they are. If Bitcoin price continues correcting downwards over the next few days and it stretches into a weeks long spell, then big miners are at risk of having to liquidate a bunch of Bitcoin. Okay, so this is really common, even last cycle as well. After halving, you will see miners will tend to sell, okay, in order to upgrade their device. And then after that, slowly they will continue to resume back again where they left off. Okay, so this is the expectation, and this is already expected to happen. Okay, miners will need to capitulate or wait. Okay, so these are the two options that you need to know. Then moving on next, okay, more and more news coming in from Ethereum side and of course altcoins. Okay, so yeah, what we can see right now, right, is the sentiment that is coming in for the alt season, right? A lot of people are expecting alt season. When is the alt season, right? When are we getting this crazy cycle, this super cycle, right? Compared to the last cycle, which is the 2017, right? When you see smaller coins, okay, you can able to put in a small amount of money and you can make it into a life-changing wealth. So yeah, where is the 100x or 1000x returns that we are looking at? So this is the question that many have been asking, and here we are, right? We have Ethereum and altcoins. Okay, they're expecting a huge ETF approval that is happening this month itself, end of this month, most likely on the 27th of May. the SEC will have a decision whether or not to approve or to delay the spot ETF for Ethereum. Very, very important. Okay, because what we see back then in Hong Kong, the last 24 hours, Hong Kong have already approved BTC and Ethereum spot ETF. Okay, and they have already started to trade. Okay, but that alone doesn't really affect much on the global market, only on a certain market on Asia side. Okay, it doesn't really have that kind of impact. So what we can see under Sentiment, Sentiment is a crypto analytics firm. Okay, mentioning about Ethereum and altcoins related to the top smart contract level will leave many traders on the sidelines. Okay, so I think this is also a hated rally where many are expecting this cycle, okay, to be repeated similar compared to the last cycle. But I think many are actually left behind, still waiting on the sidelines, and I believe many are still waiting for the dip that they really want to buy. Okay, so but the price of movement have already left since last year October. Okay, so many caught by surprise. Then here, right, according to the analytics firm, the slumping gas fee is a solid signal that Ethereum is in the midst of carving a local bottom. So you can see as long as the gas fee is low, people are having no interest to continue to do any network on the Ethereum side, especially on airdrops, especially on transaction, because the fee is too high. So whenever the gas fee or the grade of Ethereum is getting lower and lower, that's actually sparks the time or the bottom or the movement for the altcoins to have a good run from there. So then we can see here, the grade or the gas fees has dipped to about $1.12 per transaction. So usually Ethereum mainnet is the most expensive transaction if you are transacting on Ethereum. Okay, so if it's on a good day, you get maybe about 5 to 10 grade. Okay, this is the lowest, but it's on a bull market day, bull run, crazy bull market. You might see gray somewhere around more than 100 gray. Okay, so you might be paying a transaction fee somewhere around 50, it could be $100 per transaction, even to swap, to bridge. Okay, so these are the things that is quite concerning if you are trading on the Ethereum mainnet. Okay, so yeah, so you can see traders historically move between sentimental cycles of feeling that crypto is going to the moon or feeling that it's dead, right? Which can be observed through transaction fees. So this is the key area here to take note, is the transaction fees. So if the transaction fees is low, that's where you know that people are having no interest at all to do any transaction. That's where I would say retails are having other interests somewhere else compared to the native chain. So that's where you might want to look into it. But that's why you can see many will be left behind. Okay, people are only here when there's hype, when there's narrative. Okay, when the meme coins are pumping, when everything is going up, where like there's no ending. And now when you see the capitulation, when the price is having a huge correction, that's why people tend to throw in a towel or to leave things behind. Okay, you can see all those meme coin holders or meme coin traders are getting wrecked left and right. Then, of course, moving on, you can see here, looking at altcoins operating in the Ethereum ecosystem, Sentiment notes that a couple of coins are already showing signs of strength. So we can see most of the altcoins, or some, or even some would have good utilities, good technology, right? You can see already bottom out, already break past the accumulation zone, even for last year's token also as well. I've already mentioned to you guys to accumulate, right? You can see on-chain Moon, you can see Chainlink, okay, we can see Akash, Fetch.ai. These are all types of coins we have good utility and already went up. Okay, so yeah, more and more we can see there are a lot of L2s under the Ethereum side will continue to rally because why? Because of the liquid staking, okay, from Eigenlayer. So Eigenlayer also just recently airdrop, okay, just recently announced the criteria and of course the eligibility, okay, for those of you who stake your Ethereum, okay, under the restaking platform, then I think you should qualify as well. So this is the article. Now moving on next very quickly, then we can see right now later on we have the Federal Reserve news or FOMC meeting, right, in less than 4 hours, right? Our time will be somewhere around 2 to 2:30. So you can see the maintaining of rates most likely will be somewhere around 5.25 to 5.5 basis point, 9%. Okay, so already confirmed that we will be maintaining the rate rather than increasing or cutting the rate. So they will be maintaining the rate. But again, the keynote to take is the tone. Will it be hawkish or will it be dovish? Okay, so if it's hawkish tone, then most likely the market will react very badly and will have another week towards the downside. Maybe it could be a week, or it could, if Jerome Powell's speech could be dovish. Okay, dovish, and then looking for more clarity in his speech, or whether there is hope for another rate cut, or probably more than one, then maybe yes, or maybe the rate cut comes sooner before September. That is a bullish statement that we want to expect. So that's when the market can rebound from here. So for now, already expected is to maintain the rate at 99% probability. Okay, 5.25 to 5.5 basis point. Okay, so this is the assurance here. And then moving on next, more and more news coming in from the altcoin sector. This is by 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝘀 hash graph. Okay, so this is also under the real world asset, okay, tokenization. So currently we can see the development, which is really developing. Very, very important to take note. If you are investor, right, you want to buy tokens that are actually having the activity or active in development. You don't want to simply buy because of the hype or narrative or similar like meme coins, right? You know, you're in the casino. So here we can see under this sentiment, okay, they have already listed here, okay, based on project development, okay, and who is really active in the last 30 days, okay. So we can see here, right, the first one we are looking at somewhere around is Optimism. So Optimism currently ranks #1 in terms of development. And then second in line we can see is Cardano. So Cardano, yet again, I think it is more of the boring, say, ecosystem. I think many are actually getting fed up or having no patience towards Charles Hoskinson on his vision. But again, you can see they are still second in line in terms of their development. Very, very important is who is actually working behind the scene. So you can see like Optimism is #1. Why? Because it's a layer 2 scaling solution for Ethereum. Okay, scaling the activity, scaling in terms of network congestion. Okay, it's like helping Ethereum mainnet, okay, to ease out on the network congestion. And then of course we have third in line is 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀 hash graph, which is also quite, this is a old coin, which is last year's coin. And right now they're focusing more on real world asset. Okay, so real world asset is more towards the tokenization of the stocks, bonds, real estate. Okay, and then we have Polkadot, we have Kusama. So these are very, very important. These are the tokens that you should be looking for, looking to accumulate into your portfolio, or rather than other coins that have no proper development or activity. Okay, so these are the things to take note. And then of course, moving on next, you can see here. Okay, so what we can see right now, Bitcoin is currently on track, even though the market is actually having a correction. Okay, so 16 months, reverse money close in 16 months. Okay, and then we are still more than double from 12 months ago. So if you look at the historical data here, okay, should you sell in May and walk away, or should you continue in May, okay, and wait, right? Buy the dip and wait. That's the most important thing. So we can see here, currently May, last year, you can see negative, about less than almost 7%. 2022 also negative on May, 2021 also on May. What we can see right now, for last month, we have finally get a negative, which is a red candle. Okay, that's happening on the money chart. So I think we are already long overdue for a correction. Okay, and what you can see right now is that the setup on the BTC price is actually on track, still on track. If you look at the overall perspective, okay, because these are things that we need to take note. Nothing goes up on the straight line. It also needs a proper correction. And this is a dip that you want to take note, to actually take the opportunity to buy. Okay, so you don't want to only look forward only on during the green days, but how about during the red days? Maybe you might want to look for undervalued altcoins that you should be buying, that you really want to buy, but it's already at the top. Now the price is already went down. So this is a time that you want to pay attention, because very, very critical. After the halving, you have roughly about 30 to 60 days time frame to accumulate. After that, most likely you'll continue to take off again. Okay, and then continue with the rest of the month. So yeah, these are the things. Okay, so you can see May mostly is correction month. Okay, last 3 years rate, then 2018 also rate, you can see here. But during the bull run, 2022, 2020, okay, 2020 was green. Okay, 2017 also was green. You can see here, these are all the bull market year. So let's see whether or not this year, this month itself alone, do we have a green candle or not today for this month? Okay, so we are just starting off this month of May. So let's look forward for the opportunity to accumulate. Okay, so take time to accumulate. Then of course we can see the ETF coming in from Hong Kong. So this is the first day of Hong Kong, and this is the volume traded. Okay, so BTC ETF currently is at 8.8 million. And then Ethereum alone is about 2.6. So it's considered quite low. Okay. You don't expect much coming in from Asia. Because the spillover effect have to come from US. US is always a leading indicator when it comes to global economy, when it comes to financial market. Because when US approve or the SEC approve in the US for Bitcoin spot ETF, you can see the spillover effect. You can see the huge momentum or the sentiment of the market for crypto is super bullish. And that's why there will be a spillover effect towards Asia and other countries as well. With Asia alone starting it first, it doesn't really affect. So you have to understand that always depend on US. US is always a leading indicator. So yeah, this is a good start. Okay, guys, you can see many other countries will continue to follow Hong Kong footstep. Okay, but nonetheless, I think US side on the Ethereum spot ETF will have to wait and see by end of this month. Okay, then more and more news coming in from this one. So after halving, what is happening right now? So we are here somewhere at the orange circle. Okay, so this is just after the halving. So what happened after the halving? That's where we're going to see a pullback. Okay, a sell-off or correction. Already expected already. Throughout all the previous halving cycles, whenever there's a halving, you can see there's a pullback. And then how much of room, how much of space left will you have to accumulate? Or how much time left for you to enter? For those people who don't have any coins or no coiner, this is a time of opportunity for you to accumulate. Okay, we have not much, but about 30 to 60 days from now. Okay, so yeah, you have to pay attention, and if you really want to succeed in this cycle, then you have to really pay attention. And how are you going to accumulate also, that matters because of the timing your entry. Okay, so compare your cost of opportunity from coming in from last year compared to this year alone. It is a huge difference. Okay, if you have come in last year, okay, on October or November, then you have probably made your gains earlier rather than coming in at this stage. Then you can see. So for those of you who are still new, then that's where you might want to take advantage of the dip right now. Then moving on next, we can see here. Okay, more and more airdrop news. This is from Eigenlayer. So Eigenlayer is an Ethereum restaking platform, a really huge company that allows you to restake your Ethereum, okay, and provides you yield as well, okay, using your Ethereum on a restaking token. Okay, and that's where Eigenlayer use your restaking token to provide more yields. And right now they have already created this page for you to claim the airdrop, but it's not live yet. It is on 10th of May. So congratulations for you guys who got this airdrop. I think it's really huge. Okay, so some of you got a lot, some of you got less. So nonetheless, I think this is a good start for the Ethereum side. So this is where Ethereum will have a good out season if this were to happen on the 10th of May. Okay, this could actually boost the market back again. Then, of course, we're moving on next also with the Solana ecosystem, also having another airdrop. This is from Kamino. So Kamino Finance is a lending and borrowing staking protocol where you can able to lend your asset and then you borrow asset as well. On top of that, with collateral. And for the past 3 to 4 months, okay, for those of you who have lend and borrow, then you should have qualified this airdrop as well. So yeah, you can already start to claim your airdrop since yesterday. Okay, so yeah, these are the latest news. So this is the kickstart for the ecosystem for those companies that are airdropping tokens. I think this will give a huge boost. Okay, so more and more opportunities, airdrop opportunities that you can be able to farm. Okay, so I will upload more tutorials on how you can be able to do it as well. Then moving on next with the crypto market cap. So crypto market cap overall, what you can see right now is that BTC and the crypto market cap is hovering somewhere around 2.14 trillion. BTC is at 72.2 and 57.2. Ethereum now is down below 3K. So this is the expectation right now, 2.8 now. I think this could be the capitulation that is really, really coming. I can feel it already and it's about to happen. Okay, so more and more you can see now it's having a pullback. So what we can see right now for gainers, any big gainers for today, we have Axeler at 7.96%. We have Cosmos at up about 7.6%. Optimism 7.2%. Starknet 6%. Okay, but it's at somewhere around 1.2%. And then Wormhole, another interoperability protocol. Okay, so this is also another airdrop also that we have gotten, right, about 65 cents. about up about 5.72%. Then Polkadot, okay, cross-chain interoperability 5.19%. So you can see some of them are having short. Then we have Hedera Hashgraph 3.25%. So maybe we can look at all these tokens later on the technical side, whether or not can we able to accumulate. What are the tokens that you want me to look at? Feel free to put in the chat box, then we can be able to discuss together. Okay, so these are the sentiment right now. And then if you look onto the fear and greed index, see what's happening now with the fear and greed. So currently we are still sitting at neutral, even after the correction all the way to 57K. So you can see we are not even at a fear area yet. We are in the neutral zone right now. Okay, so I think more and more correction needs to shake off this weekend so that we move back to fear. Okay, so this is the fear and greed here. Look at that, and then right now you can see it's coming back down again. So somewhere neutral. So we need to be somewhere around 40. Okay, around 40 at least. Okay, on this level here. Or 30, somewhere below 30. Okay, around 30 range to 25. That's where we're going to have a huge capitulation. And that's where people are going to feel this fear. Right? So only buy when there's extreme fear. Can be a sign that investors are too worried. That could be a buying opportunity. So this is where you want to be buying. Okay, so we are in the middle now. Now moving on to technical side. On technical side, you can see here, total tree, monthly time frame. Okay, we can see that the setup, overall the price is uptrend, momentum buy. So far, we have created this resistance zone is here, 789. Okay, the pullback might see even more, somewhere around this zone. Okay, 511.998. Look at the weekly time frame. So the weekly now is just retesting again at the middle band. So if this were to continue to retest this middle band, then 511.998 will be the next level of support. Look at daily. So daily also is about to break towards the downside. We look here, this critical support zone, okay, is barely even supporting right now. It is about to break already. Again, I expect another pullback for total tree. Okay, and I think most likely alts will bleed even more. Look at dominance. I think if Bitcoin and the crypto market is down, that's where dominance will move up. Okay, that's where dominance will go up. Look at monthly. So monthly, the trend channel is still uptrend. Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Trend channel is still uptrend. Okay, so this is your middle band here as a support. Okay, and then the next level to retest is here, or the resistance level is here, somewhere around the 58.4%. Let's look at weekly time frame. So weekly time frame, what we can see here, right? Weekly time frame, momentum, pullback. So this pullback will bring us somewhere around this previous resistance here. Okay, it might come back down to retest again, and then continuation towards the downside might see the middle band next, 53.37%. Okay, so overall the trend on dominance on H4 is already downtrend. Okay, daily also down. Okay, so let's see Ethereum against Bitcoin. Ethereum against Bitcoin, no need to say because I think Ethereum is weakening. But if we look at this monthly descending channel, okay, descending channel, there could be a high chance where Ethereum will outperform Bitcoin in this type of technical side on the monthly time frame. Okay, so descending like this, there could be a chance of a break towards the upside. So let's see. Look at the weekly time frame. Right, we can see the weekly time frame. Overall, the trend channel is still below the middle band, but the price maybe to consolidate somewhere around this zone here. So let's see. Okay, so we need a confirmation where weekly needs to break above the middle band at 0.05329. Okay, that's on the weekly task. If we look onto the daily, you can see nice momentum pullback. Okay, we have a nice setup ready to actually break out. So another confirmation needs to break above this previous current resistance, 0.05172. So you can able to close above there, then it will be a good sign for Ethereum against BTC. Okay, now BTC turn. Now BTC, what to expect and how far BTC could go. So let's see. Okay, so the pullback is already happening. Last month, candlestick closed as a bearish engulfing. So you know this could be a bad sign, a bearish sign now. There could be more downwards momentum with this type of price action. So bearish engulfing, then the following candle most likely could be bearish as well. So this will definitely take BTC price even lower. Okay, this is the critical support, critical level where it needs to maintain previous resistance. Now it needs to maintain this level of support, but currently now it's breaking below. And then how far can BTC can go? This was the next one, around 47.3K will be a critical support there. Let's look at weekly. So the weekly time frame creating a higher high, now it's creating a higher lows. So on weekly, it's still uptrend, still above the middle band here. Okay, 55.2. Because I believe there could be more pullback that is coming in. Still early. Okay, still early on the month. Now on daily. So daily now already breaking past the lower BB. So it creates a momentum sell. So every momentum, there's always a pullback. There could be a pullback. Okay, so this pullback maybe will give you somewhere around on the previous support. Maybe it might retest back here again. So it needs to climb back up around 61.1. Okay, to retest back here and to maintain this level of support. Because if it fails to retest or to break above, then might see another drop again. And then it might continue again all the way down here. Okay, or also this level here that you want to pay out is somewhere here. 52.4. Then this one here will be around 50K. So the 50K to 55K. Okay, so these are the range that you should be taking note on BTC. So it might have a one more round pullback, or this pullback could be the last. We might never know. But the huge capitulation somewhere around 50 to 52. So you just need to prepare. Okay, on this drawdown. Okay, I think it could be a week towards the downside, a very quick week that will kill both buyer and seller. Then that's where we will get our final consolidation or distribution. That's where then only we can be able to move. From now, it is still shaking off the weekends. Let's look at Ethereum. Ethereum side, we can see here, set up on ETH, price on momentum, on the money time frame, very bullish. This is the current resistance now. Okay, current resistance, momentum pullback. So this pullback, how far can it be able to go? That's the most important thing. This is the current support now. Somewhere around this level will be 2793. Okay, so continue down again, then this level will be next around 2.2K. Okay, for Ethereum on money time frame. Now on weekly now we can see it's retesting the middle band again. You see, breaking below middle band. Might see another lows here. 2451 to 2447 will be this range to be playing out. Okay, if there's another drop again, I think this could be the final drop already. I'll be waiting, but don't wait. But you do want to dollar cost average DCA. Okay, so daily already you can see breaking down, be squeeze, or weekly, right, breaking down. All right, so that's Ethereum. So overall market is bearish, but it is also good, right? That's where you want to find opportunities to accumulate. Now moving on next to altcoins. So we can see Hedera hash graph. How is Hedera hash graph doing? So Hedera hash graph is a RWA asset. So the super cycle was last cycle, all the way to how much here? 58 cents. All-time high, currently sitting somewhere below 10 cents. So how many X from here? So about less than 5X. Okay, less than 5X from where it left off. Even the low was here. Low was at 3 cents. So about 14X from the all-time high from this bottom. Now, Hedera hash graph. Okay, they have a lot of strong utility. Maybe you might want to accumulate. Okay, and if you look at the development, also you know they are number 3. So the support zone is around 8.5 cents. And then the middle band as well will be playing out. Look at 0.067. Okay, look at weekly. So the weekly time frame doing an extreme sell. Higher high, higher lows, higher high, higher lows again. Trend is still uptrend actually. It's still trending up. Okay, so you just want to DCA instead of going all in at one price. Right, you have pump and then dump back again. Now, breaking below the middle band, short term maybe to retest back on the sell zone here. 10 cents, 0.1067. Okay, so these are the zones I marked. Maybe you might want to accumulate here. Okay, accumulation. Okay, dollar cost average if you need to. Okay, so that's H bar. So H bar, maybe there could be a chance H4 momentum sell pullback. Price now trying to break above the middle band. Let's see. Okay, so if you can break above, then I think most likely it could be a first reversal back again up on H4. Okay, so H bar, there could be a high chance of a breakup. Then let's look at old coins like ICP, Internet Computer. Okay, ICP. So ICP right now. Okay, so ICP is like, wow, 2006, and now the price how much? $12, 12.79. Still haven't go on. Still at the lows. Lows was how much? $3. Lows at $3. All-time high is at 610. Or 610%. Okay, 6x from the lows. Okay, so overall, you can see the trend overall is uptrend, momentum, pullback. Okay, so now it's creating this level of support. Continue to break towards the downside. The middle band will be next at 7.3. Look at weekly. Weekly doing a BB squeeze. Price closing inside Bollinger Band with the extreme sell, double extreme. So if you look at monthly, there could be a sign where the market might break towards the downside. Okay, so there's a chance there. It might break down and then to retest at 7.3. Let's look at daily time frame. So daily time frame, you can see a nice descending channel, a flat descending channel. So this could be a chance where the price can break up. Okay, there could be one probability of a market to break up. Yeah, ICP won't be the trend coin, but this is the current narrative right now with the sentiment. So this maybe you might want to look at because some influencers, some traders also are looking for this. So you can also see. Okay, so I think more and more news that we coming in for ICP as well. So right now it's still down, but this is a time that you want to pay attention. Okay, so anymore, about less than 2 minutes from now. Okay, so a lot of undervalued altcoins that we want to accumulate. Okay, Chainlink also is about 12.9. Last year, we accumulated somewhere around here, right? $5, $6 was the max. So now already break up. Phantoms with their latest Sonic upgrade from Andre Fournier. I think this could be a good accumulation as well. We want to accumulate 64 cents at the moment. The lows that we bought was somewhere here, 220 cents. So about 3x. Okay, about 5x from there. Then currently it's at 64 cents. Pullback maybe around middle band. Will give you a chance, or the previous current support here at around 53 and 41 cents. Okay, so overall you can see now it's hovering at the middle band, 61 cents. Look at 53 and 41 will be a good indication to actually buy in. PB squeeze on daily, so maybe there could be a double bottom here, or there could be a signal to bottom out from here. Let's see. If not, 53 and 41 cents. All right. Toncoin. Yeah, so Toncoin, you can see Ton is down, already overhyped. I think there are a lot of money games that's involving Toncoin. So this is the thing. Right now, there are a lot of hype at the moment. So now already went up, now breaking down. Okay, so yeah, the market cap is already overvalued at the moment. So maybe short term come back here at 4.3. Support maybe here, 3.5 or 4.3. Okay, I think there's already long overdue for correction. So this way you might want to, pay attention on this levels, 4.3, 3.53. All right. Okay, guys, I believe that's all I have for tonight.